So I can't get over how fire this one is.
Yeah, like it's in the vault, but it's coming out in like.
Alright, let's get to it, man.
I'm hip.
You good?
Yeah.
Alright, get to it, bro.
Word.
Really gotta go alone. Look back and feel crazy, out of zone. Yeah, I really lost.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy PG. I'm here with my boy Kid Nix.
You good, yo? I'm doing good. How you doing today?
I'm doing well, man.
That's what's up.
So where are we at right now?
We're at my house right now. As you can see, we got the setup behind us, right in Hanson, Massachusetts. But you know, that's just how it go. Right at home.
Yes, sir. Very convenient too. We got the bed right over there.
Yeah.
So let's get to it, man. So obviously we're in Hanson. You grew up here. Mm-hmm. How was that like growing up?
Small town. It's a very blue collar community. You know, you got a lot of hardworking people, a lot of people in construction, a lot of, you drive through Hanson, it's mostly like raised ranches and stuff like that. It's just very blue collar, and that's what I like about it a lot.
Word, man.
Just hardworking people.
That's what's up. So, you know, you went to Women Hanson High. Mm-hmm. I think I told you previously I went to Silver Lake, so it was kind of like there.
Oh, yeah.
Rivalry is serious. So, how was that like, you know, I know you played sports.
Yeah.
Played football, track, lacrosse. So, yeah, get into it. So, how was it like?
High school sports, like, I don't know. You can take a lot from it. Life lessons and stuff, like how to work with others, like other people and stuff. See it in music, you got to work with other people to be successful.
Yeah.
Just that brotherhood, too, that you were kind of talking about earlier, that creates it, and it creates a hard-working mentality, and that's what I love about sports. And football, like, yes, it's past me, but it'll always stick with me and always get that mentality, keep going. So that's what I like about it the most, to be honest.
Word, man. Yeah. So, you know, now we know you as an artist, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure a lot of heads that you grew up with know you as a person, but as the artist, what really got you into music?
Honestly, like, it started off just, like, messing around. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I remember recording with, like, my iPhone 7 and, like, my Apple earbuds. Like, on GarageBand type shit. That was back when I was, like, 16. And then, like, my senior year of high school was when I, like, buckled down and started taking it serious. I started going to studios. And then eventually I was like, screw it, like I want to learn how to do it on my own. I saved up my money and built this stuff. So that was kind of how that went. But no, definitely like advice to artists out there, like definitely learn how to engineer your own stuff, because no one's going to know your own sound better than you are.
No, I'm not ready. How much, I mean, speaking of this setup, man, seems like a pretty expensive setup with JBL speakers. How much was this, dude?
So I lucked out with these two. One was a display model, so I got it for $150. Okay. Then the other one was $200.
Alright.
But like right now, I just peeped, they're going for like $250 a piece. And then obviously like my MacBook, like all my plugins that I've bought and stuff, Logic and Pro Tools too. The interface is like $130. Then my mic and soundproofing in the booth too. That's like, my mic was like $130, and then the soundproofing was like $100.
Word, I just peeped that. So yeah, guys, there's a booth right inside, right over there.
Right through that window.
Right through that window, there's a booth inside. Yeah, so that's pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like you know, obviously we got into how you got into music in the first place. But were there any inspirations at all that, you know, really
like got me into music?
Yeah.
Talking like artists
specifically,
specifically,
like artists specifically, even genres.
Like obviously, like I don't know, Chris Brown is definitely probably like my biggest influence. I remember like as a little kid, like I grew up listening to Kiss 108, you know what I mean? So like Chris Brown was always on Kiss 108, and then he's kind of honestly what branched me into like hip hop, because once he started doing like the Look at Me Now stuff, like, you know, I'm hip to Lil Wayne now. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
exactly.
Started working with Kid Ink, like Bird, like I'm hip to friggin' Kid Ink, and then Tyga. Like he's honestly like pushed me into hip hop. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into it. So, you know, what was the first time you ever in the studio? Do you remember that? Do you recall that time?
Oh yes, I remember Sound Lab in Brockton. Bro, I was shaking my first time in like a legit studio. But like I remember the song I recorded too, and I went home and like dropped it that night. I was like so excited. I was like, yo, that was so dope. Like, can't wait to do it again. Like I remember like I started picking up like extra shifts at work after that, just to like pay for studio time and stuff. But like Nah, my first time was honestly like I was shaking, nervous, like people in there and shit, and I was just like I just wasn't used to it.
I don't blame you, bro.
I wasn't used to it. But
I don't blame you.
Like the more comfortable you get, like recording different places and recording in different studios, like it honestly like that's what helps you grow as an artist. And I honestly feel like that's how you get better. Just the more comfortable you get behind the mic.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
So with the SoundCloud, so the first available track that I know of is All I Can. I know you
Yes.
probably have some more in the vault.
Yeah.
But explain like how that was like having that out and it being, you know, I would say one of your successful hits.
Yeah, that was honestly like that was a cool moment when I put that out. Ty Lob, the kid who does the hook on it, he's from Hanover. He produces and like engineers and stuff too. He's a wicked cool kid. I remember, I think it was like December of 2018. I met him at a show, and we just like yo, like would you get on a song with me, blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah, for sure. And then like 2 weeks later, he sent me that hook, and I was like, yo, like this is hard. So I wrote my verses right away. We took our time with the song though, and then I remember like March 31st was my birthday. That's when I put it out. I was like, yo, like I'm ready to drop this. And then when I put it out, like it did its thing, and I was honestly shocked. But no, it was a cool moment within like my small music career so far. But it was cool, definitely.
Word, man. So we're gonna get into the albums and the EPs that you dropped. So your first album was Summer with the Kid.
Yes.
Do you recall that process, making that album?
Dude, that process was like grind time. I remember I was still going to studios. I wasn't mixing my own stuff.
Yeah.
So I was going to high school, like working like 30 plus hours a week just to like get enough studio time to make that album. Like obviously the songs that didn't make the album, but like that whole like process was just like put your head down and go, and that's what like I enjoyed about it the most. And then once it was out, like again, like senior year of high school, just graduating, like that's when I put it out, and it was honestly just a wicked like again like with All I Can and then Someone with the Kid. It was just like 2 moments back to back, like that really like I don't know. It was a cool like little 2 months. Honestly going on right there. But nah, yeah. Someone with the Kid, like going back, listening to it now, I'm like but nah, during the time like it was cool. It was definitely cool.
Word, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're gonna get into your first performance. So it was you, Long Live, I think Rex was there as well. Sonia? How was that like?
Sonia, that was like I wanna say my third performance.
Okay. So what was your first performance?
First performance was at the Mad Music Mill in Dorchester.
Word.
I performed at the Showcase tour.
Purchase your tracks today.
Man, I woke up dream chasing, smile.
And I remember like I brought like 30 some odd heads to Dorchester from my high school, and that was wicked cool. Like I remember I was like 6th in the lineup, and then like the adrenaline just like took over again. Like first time doing something, like just super nervous. Like got up there and was just I went like AWOL, like screaming into the microphone. Like I wasn't even performing. I was just lit at that point. But nah, that was fun too. But then the Sania show, that was my third performance. That was cool. I opened for Long Live Sean.
Everything's so confusing. I don't know who's real or fake. Trying to keep me snoozing. Baby girl, I've been away. Started messing with my feelings. Something my heart can.
Got to connect with some cool people. I got hip to like K-Merc. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. I got hip to him at that show. PA, the little kid that performed there, he was mad cool. Then obviously like Brian too. Like I don't know, just met a lot of people at that show. It was mad cool.
Word, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you've built relationships over time. 157 Owen, that's your good friend. You guys went to school together. So is Jake, who's your manager.
Yeah.
So how is that like, knowing that, you know, you've built relationships through people that, you know, you went to school with and kind of having that same mindset?
Nah. Like, obviously working with them has been, like, an absolute blessing. It's just kind of good, like, you know, aside from the music, too, like, we're brothers at the end of the day. And that's what I enjoy about it the most. And, like, we always got each other's backs, and we're always ready to go. And, like, I know Owen, the kid's got, like, I swear to God, like, a terabyte worth of music in my computer right now. So he's always working, always writing, and that's just, like, what I love about it the most is we're always just ready to go.
Word.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. And it's always good to know that when you grow up with people and you guys have that same mindset, there's always there's always something like, you know, a goal at the end of the tunnel.
Oh yeah, and then Jake pushing us too, like,
oh yeah,
that's like something else. Like, without him, like, I honestly say, like, I wouldn't be where I'm at, and it's just good to have him pushing me, because he honestly does, and it's like, it's kind of like a coach almost.
Yeah.
To an extent, like, yeah, we're like boys at the end of the day.
I don't know about a football coach.
Yeah, not like a football coach. Like, sometimes I'll be like, dude, like, what the blah, 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 and flip out on him, but like, at the end of the day, like I said, like, we're brothers. So that's how it goes. Yeah.
You know, that's good, man. So, you know, you and Owen, like I said, we mentioned this before. You guys dropped Coming to the Throne, which was an EP.
I can't do this anymore. I just need to be alone. Find myself and find my zone. Can't stop me, I'm coming.
You know, how was that like making an EP with your boy?
That was a cool experience too. I remember, like, the first day, like, all right, let's sit down and work on it. We made like probably like 8 or 9 rough drafts because it was the winter time. Like, both, like, work was kind of slow for both of us. We just like went AWOL and just freaking went to it. And I remember like 8 or 9 rough drafts that day, and then from there we kind of like figured out, like, all right, like, I like this one, let's work on this one more. I like this one, let's work on this one more. This one kind of push it to the side, like, doesn't have as much potential as we thought. Like, I don't know, that was a cool process too. And I definitely think with that too, it kind of brought like more of Whitman Hanson like together, just because he's 2 years older, like Owen's 2 years older than I am, so it kind of like marries like my friends to kind of like listen to him, and like his friends to listen to me a little bit, and that was just like a cool experience too. It was just kind of letting people know, like, you know, this like music of Whitman Hanson, like, it's weird, and people always like, I don't know, just a weird beef, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was kind of like a moment where like Whitman Hanson's coming together, and like like people were finally realizing it. So
That's what's up, man.
yeah.
So, you know, I describe your type of style as like more so that singing melody.
Yeah.
But how would you describe your type of music? I know you mentioned before Chris Brown was a motivation.
Yeah.
I know you're very versatile, right?
Yes.
But how would you describe your music if you were?
I don't even know, like, literally, like I said, like, I'll literally make stuff like Coming for the Throne, like, angry, like, can't stop me, I'm coming for the throne. Then literally like go sing about like a female in like a smooth like way. I don't know. It's just like, it's so like up and down, but like, I don't know, I like it a lot. And at the same time, I feel like you have to be versatile to be successful. And like, I want to make music in all genres. Like, why not? Like, you're not gonna figure out your sound if you don't try everything. So that's kind of like, especially where I'm still like a small artist, like, try everything. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, you never know what can happen. So that's why, like, with that stuff, like, I don't know, I enjoy making every type of music, and I listen to all types of music. Like, literally from like Kiss 108 pop to like Lil Durk and like Polo G. Like, I don't know, it's just like, it's just, I don't know. I take inspiration from a whole lot of artists, but Chris Brown obviously being like the main one, because he's definitely wicked like versatile too. So I don't know, but yeah, that's kind of, I don't even think I have a sound, to be honest. Not yet, but probably will generate one in the near future.
Okay, man. So how was LA being, I think, your first time ever in LA?
Yes.
How was that like?
It was eye-opening as could be. It was just very cool to see like a new music culture. Boston, like, the music culture is actually not even like the music culture, just the culture in general.
Yeah.
It's so black and white.
I don't know.
It's filled with universities, it's filled with schools, and it's just like, it's so 9 to 5 if you ask me. And it was cool to like go to LA and just see a ton of people like doing stuff creatively, like clothing brands, like music studios. Like, that was the most eye-opening part to me, was just like, this culture is so different. And like Boston, it's like, I don't know, it's just so black and white, it's so boring. But that was the coolest part about LA, was just how like eye-opening it was.
Yeah, I honestly agree with you with that. Like, Boston is one of those areas, it's just, you know, there's so much talent. There's so many gems, there's so many people out here that are actually very talented. And it's kind of sad because you don't really have people that like uplift, like Atlanta, you got New York, you got all these areas. We fit right aligned. We're all like Boston is metropolitan, like, as it comes. So it's one of those things. But hopefully we change the culture, we change things. I mean, all
and
these
it's not even
outlets.
like, not even just Boston too. Like, you gotta think, you got like Worcester, Brockton. Like, there's cities all over Massachusetts, and it's like, I don't know, Brockton right now just has much of a music scene as Boston, and it's like, I feel like we gotta kind of shy away. Millie's even said this, kind of shy away from saying like, oh, the Boston music scene, even though I just fell victim to it and said kind of say more of like the Massachusetts music scene, because I feel like Massachusetts is small enough where if all of Mass comes together, like it could really do its thing, like pop.
Yeah.
You got scenes everywhere. South Shore. Literally,
Oh
I was
yeah,
just thinking
there's
the whole
scenes
time.
all over Massachusetts, and that's the thing. Like people gotta shy away from like, oh, I'm from Boston. It's like, dude, you live an hour south of Boston. You know what I mean? Like,
Nah, I felt that.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just say where you're from. Exactly.
Embrace it, man. Real
Yeah.
talk.
Exactly.
So we're gonna dive deep into the release party.
That was cool.
Yeah. So it was here, right?
Yes, it was literally in my basement. I remember like a week before, I talked to Jake and I was like, yo, like we should do some type of like album release party. He's like, oh, like it's kind of late. Like we usually rent out VFWs.
Okay.
And we used to throw shows in those. And then he's like, oh, it's kind of late. And then he texts me like an hour later. He's like, dude, what if we threw one in your basement? So I was like, I'm down, but like we got no stage. So we ended up building a stage out of like pallets and stuff. It took us like a whole
That's
night.
what's up.
Moving it into my house was like the biggest pain in the ass. Like we're hitting walls and stuff. Like I'm like, it was probably like 600 pounds. And then when we finally got it in, we were like, damn, this is crazy. So it was in like my living room area. So we moved all the couches out, and it literally, we have like the LED lights and stuff going on. It literally looked like a little music venue, and it was just so cool to like watch, like, I don't know, people get lit for like all the homies performing, and just to think like, damn, like like that's as do it yourself as it get. You know what I mean? And that was the coolest part about it, right in my basement. Like, I don't know, that was my favorite time performing too. Like, I've never had so much like fun performing other than that time.
I'm sure it's hot too. There's a lot of people there.
So hot. But luckily it was in like February, so you open the windows and you get that little cool breeze. But
for sure.
No, it was so fun.
Word, man. You guys are definitely doing your thing. I mean, I've seen that 617 Hip Hop did a blog on you guys. I mean, so they're just on and on constantly. Just keep on bringing your brand, and you know, Jake's doing his thing to really bring you guys, and it's cool to see. So you know, I told you off camera. I said, God is my favorite song. So you know what I mean, like you know. So you just keep on doing your thing, man, for sure.
I got you.
You know, is there anything that we should look forward to as an audience? You know, something that you have.
Yes. So I'm dropping actually a new song, July 30th. It's called Beautiful. Okay. And with that song, there's a pretty solid rollout for it. We got like some new stuff I've never tried with promotion, and like I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm really excited for it, and I'm really excited to see how it goes. So I don't know, it's just new stuff that we've never tried. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too, bro. I'm excited
I appreciate it.
So we're gonna end on here. You know, what is something that you look forward to, something that you're willing, you know, you want to accomplish, you know, furthering your music career?
My like dream is to run my own studio. I don't know, I love engineering music, and like sometimes I honestly think I like it more than being an artist. But I don't know, that's honestly my favorite part to music, and to open my own studio and run my own studio is like my goal. Like that wouldn't even feel like work to me. Like going to my studio every day and like, you know, making money just like recording people and engineering music, like I'd have so much fun with that, it wouldn't even feel like work. That is probably like my biggest dream in music. So yeah, I'd say to run my own studio.
Word, man.
Yeah.
We'll be looking forward to that for sure. And I hope that does actually happen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
We'll see.
So yeah, guys, we're gonna end it right here, man. Shout out my boy Kid Nix. Make sure you check him out. SoundCloud, future platforms, like Apple Music, Spotify, on the
all
way.
platforms.
All platforms. So you already know the deal, man. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. We out here, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Word.
My word.
Like how you ride with me. I don't just want your body. Need someone with empathy. These one night things, they get to me. They get to me. Oh, keep it real if we get close. If you loud and adios, I'll be quick to let you know.